Welcome to the Regal Eagle Report. I'm Lasya.
I'm Sasha.
And I'm Sakina, and we're your co-hosts.
We are Team 2869, a diverse and inclusive team located at Bethpage High School.
We are aiming for our podcast to be an outlet to interact with other teams and collaborate on varied ideas and topics.
We are so excited to introduce our brand new series where we will be interviewing one team from each state.
Embark on our journey as we will be able to hit one team from every state, reaching our total goal of 50.
For this week's episode, we'll be interviewing Code Xero from Oregon.
So please introduce yourselves as well as your position on the team. We'll start first. Hi, I'm Sakina, and I'm on the mechanical team.
Hi, I'm Sasha. I'm the co-electrical lead on the mechanical side.
I'm Lasya, and I manage the podcast and public operations.
I'm Suhani, and I'm overall lead of Team 1425.
I'm Lily, and I'm integration lead.
I'm Bianca, I'm business lead.
I'm Austin, I'm the mechanical lead.
Perfect. Okay, our first question is, how was your team founded? What is its origin?
So, our team originally grew out of an FLL team. We were founded in 2004, and that year we made a robot, and we competed against the Cheesy Proofs in Sacramento. And we were very inspired by their robot design because it was just incredible to us. And then in 2007, we were undefeated, and we actually got to pick the Cheesy Proofs to be on our team, which was kind of like a full circle moment. And ever since then, we've expanded lab space. We have a shed. We've increased the size of our team, and yeah.
Was there a story behind your team's name?
I am not sure about the origins of our team name, but one of our sponsors was Xerox, so I think it was kind of inspired by that because Xerox and Code Xero have a similar ring to it.
And I'm pretty sure we used to do a lot of our manufacturing down at Xerox. We did not have our shop until, it was quite a while ago, but our team is pretty old, so it's not that long ago. But we used their manufacturing space and all of their CNC and their lathes and their tools. And so because we had such a close relationship with the company, we thought it would be good to name our team after them just because they've given us so much opportunity.
How many years have each of you been a part of FRC?
I've been on the team since freshman year, so this is my third year on the team.
This is also my third year.
I've been a part of FIRST for about a year and a half.
This is my third year on the team, but I've also done a little bit of FLL.
So where is your school located? Is it a big school district, small, a lot of teams around you or no?
So our school is a 5A school. So we're kind of on the bigger side of schools, but we aren't the biggest of the schools that are in our area. But our team is pretty unique because we don't only take students that are from our school, which is Wilsonville High School, but we also will take students that are from neighboring high schools and also homeschool students. So our team doesn't just consist of Wilsonville High School students, it's also students from around the area.
We also take in some middle schoolers too.
So what are some other ways that your team has tried to increase your membership with underclassmen?
Yeah, so every single year at our school we have a club fair. So we always have a booth at club fair where we're able to get a space and kind of demo our robot a bit. That will increase the incoming students. And also during the incoming and 9th grade ceremony, we're able to set up a booth and talk about robotics. We also visit some middle schoolers once a year to speak about our team and what we do. And then we also visit computer science classrooms and give presentations there to get different students that might already be interested in programming and that are taking the class. So yeah.
What are some of the ways you guys have gathered sponsors for your team?
So we have had some specific sponsors, our entire team, like Xerox and then Lamb and DW Fritz. But this year we've been able to gain a few more local sponsors, some orthodontics companies and construction companies. And how we gain our sponsorships is we have sponsor packets. So it's like a folder. It contains our business plan, a brochure about our robot, a brochure about our team, which includes our origins and some of the awards that we've won. And then in there, we also have a bit about how FIRST works. And then we hand deliver these packets to companies that are in our local area. We talk a bit about our team and they decide whether or not they want to sponsor us. Depending on how much money they give us, we have different sponsor levels: red level, orange yellow, yellow level, black level, and each level gets you something different. So the lower levels, you're able to get a small name on the back of our t-shirt, and as you go up you can get a bigger name, a logo, you get to be on our sponsor banner, or the highest level you get to be on all the things on our robot. So yeah, we've been able to reach out to local communities and apply for grants in our area.
Do you guys receive funding from school?
No, we have to do it all by ourselves.
I'll skip the next question because you answered it already.
So moving more on to like the fundraising side in operations, what are some like initiatives that you guys particularly like to do?
Yeah, so for fundraising, we try and have at least one fundraiser every month. This meaning we normally do at food places. So we've done Chipotle, Panda, McMinimans is a big one for us because we get 50% of those proceeds. Another thing that we do every year before the season starts is we do a car wash. So kind of still in the summer to beginning of school, we set up in one of our local areas, run a car wash, everyone on the team participates, and then towards the spring, kind of after the season is over, after Worlds, then we have a raffle night. And so during the raffle night, we go out and we talk to different companies, and they are able to give us gift cards and things that we can use to win prizes at our raffle night, and it's bingo and stuff like that. So those are a few of our bigger fundraisers that we do.
Yeah, we've also built like robots for Verizon, and they've given us funding for doing that.
Right, transitioning to your guys' robot, how do you guys feel that your robot has evolved over the years?
So over the years, right, we started way back as like this itty bitty team, through like the past, almost like 20 years now. We've accumulated a lot of mentors who have various backgrounds, and so we've been able to expand our software. Like in terms of our code bases, we now use Swerve modules. That was really recent shift for us. We switched in like last year. Actually, last year was our first season that we drove with Swerve during competition. We have expanded our manufacturing abilities, right? We have a shop. We also got this new space that we're in right now. We shared with a physics teacher, but it's supplied with a bunch of new, like we have a lathe, a mill, and some fancy machines, a bunch of 3D printers. So our technical capabilities have been expanded. We have routers, 2 of them, and these are all pretty new. From an electrical standpoint, we have improved our efficiency by far. We are a lot more organized as a whole because we have done this, I think, for a while now. And so over the years, our robots have gotten more technically advanced because we have the machinery and the knowledge to make them advanced.
Are there any like new or like specific parts you guys added in like the recent years which you want to talk about?
We added Swerve, obviously. That was big for us. In terms of like specific things our team does, I wouldn't say it like anything in particular. Like we're very good at building intakes, and we build turret shooters as well that have proven to be very reliable and fast. So those are things we specialize in, but in terms of specific parts, I wouldn't say anything.
Okay, so now gearing back to outreach, is your school like, or sorry, your team, is it affiliated with any like FLL or like SET team?
So kind of. We do have one FLL team that mainly this year and a little bit of last year we've kind of taken under our wing and started mentoring. And there are a few FRC teams that we've been able to kind of help a little bit. They are smaller, but we've been able to make some really good connections there. But we're not
officially like affiliated with the team.
Yeah.
This FLA team that we've been working with, we've had a few students go over and help them with like technical skills and just like critical thinking. That team actually did very well. They won state, which is really cool. And or the competition, I don't quite remember which one it was, but yeah. And the FRC teams, we've done a lot of exchanges in terms of like technical knowledge, in addition to like some social gatherings to like help bolster teams and like help them grow, because they are fairly small and there's not a lot of teams in our area still.
We also hosted a kickoff with them and got a bunch of
Yes. What are some of your team's major like local outreach initiatives?
Meaning with our community or with like sponsors or
Within the community, kind of. Yeah, maybe like sort of like how to spread like awareness about your team, maybe just so like the community knows.
So one thing is we host a district's event every year. So we host that at our school. I think it's just called Wilsonville District Event.
Yeah.
And so we have been hosting that for I think pretty much since we started our team for 7 years we have been. So that's really cool because we host it in our school gym. And so we have an elementary school right next to us. So sometimes some elementary school teachers will bring their classes and they're able to watch our robots in the competitions and they think it's super fun. And people from our school, they're able to come and watch during lunch, or sometimes our computer science classrooms will play it during class. And also in the preseason or off season, we also host a Girls' Gen event. Our team is super big about diversity, whether ethnically or racially or with male and female. So Girls' Gen is just a really important thing to us, and we think it's great that we're able to further the STEM involvement in women. So that's two of our big things with our events.
And have you guys done any international outreach?
Not to my knowledge, no. We have primarily focused on local outreach, but also like we've connected with teams out of the state before.
So we know your team like has become like district finalists for like a number of years. So like what aspects of your robot do you think really pushed you to win?
Well, last year, wait a minute. So, I think the upgrade to Swerve, at least in case of last year, definitely helped us. But we also have gotten a lot better over the years at picking like simple, basic subsystems. Like we don't pick a super fancy mechanism. Like we'll take like an arm and maybe like a grabber with like 2 claws, and from there we'll iterate on top of it. We care more now about getting in like a blocked off mechanism and then adding complexity versus starting with a super complex design and going from there, because we found that like the more time you have to iterate on something simple, the better it can be. So because we've had these more cycles of learning from starting with simpler designs, our mechanisms have allowed us to go further with them. We've been able to optimize from like 5 game piece cycles last year to like close to 10 on average. Thanks to software and mechanical optimization in terms of like gearing and autopaths. We had a really cool feature on last year's robot that involved like autonomous placing. So we would just go right up to the grid and it would place for us. That definitely helped with speed and save time. So we've done complicated things that have helped us get further because of the simple start. If that makes sense, yeah.
Okay, so you guys went to World Championships. If you guys personally, I'm not sure if all of you guys have gone, but if you guys have, what was your most favorite experience about it?
I think one of my favorite experiences was I think the atmosphere at Worlds is just like unmatched. I think like the excitement everyone has like when it comes together when you're like sitting and when like they kick off the competition, like I think that's very exciting, and getting to watch Einstein's was also a pretty fun experience. But other than that, I also think getting to like when you have the time getting to go to other teams' pits and talking to them about their robot, but also like how they got to Worlds, like what their experiences have been like, that was like very genuinely like one of my favorite parts, because I don't really get to like connect with like teams from all across the US like that, other than at Worlds. So yeah, that was my favorite experience.
For me, I was on Dream Team last year, and so I got to be on the field, and I definitely loved competing with all of the teams and seeing how their robot operate versus our robot. And then I got to visit many pits, and I learned so much from them, and I got to hear their story, how they came to Worlds, what they learned, and all of that good stuff.
Okay, I personally really enjoyed like just the general scope that you feel when you're at Worlds. Like FRC is pretty well established in the PNW, but it's not like ingrained the way it was over there. Like everything was robots, and it was insane. And I was on pit crew, and so I spent a lot of time in the pits. And like it was a massive scope, you know, getting the robot from one point to another, and the hype. And I think in general, just like you know, getting to spend time with your team and your friends and making new friends. Like we made a lot of new friends during our late night strategy meetings, because everybody, you know, you're sharing a hotel with like 10 other teams. So you make a lot of connections, and you get to meet new people and just like feel first, like as a whole. And it's a pretty cool, mind-blowing thing.
Alright, so for each of you personally, what made you want to join robotics?
So I did FLL in middle school for a little bit, and my experience with FLL like was like a good start, but I felt like my role like on the team, like I wasn't able to get enough out of it. So when I like got into high school, I was introduced to the team by a friend. And I went to my first meeting, and I think from there, like, I realized that, like, I love the technical aspects of robotics, so I was, like, very interested in furthering my skills in software. But then I also really love the community aspect, and I think those two together have, like, created, like a space for me outside of high school that I can, like, go to, and, yeah, I've really liked that.
I joined the robotics team because I was looking for an activity to fill in my free time, and I'd have to say that this is one of the best decisions I've made in my high school career. And the amount of things that I got to learn and experience here at robotics here at First and from competitions is like, you can't get experience here from regular classrooms back in high school. And I'm just really glad to be a part of this team, and people here and all the technical skills that I've learned has really kept me here. And in the future, I do plan to do more First, do more robotics, and spread stuff to the younger generation.
So I didn't really know that robotics was a thing. For a long time, I didn't know about FLL or FRC, but one of my friends on my lacrosse team, she used to be the business lead, and she was like, hey, Bianca, like, why don't you come to a meeting? I feel like you would like something like this, because my entire life I've always been like, yeah, I want to study business, or, you know, I just want to get into that stuff. And so then I came to a meeting, I ended up loving it. I love being a nerd and a lot of robotic stuff. And but yeah, it's like Lily said, it provides us with opportunities that we aren't able to get in the classroom. We're actually able to talk to real companies and meet other people that are all around our country and everything. So yeah, I just fell in love with it.
For me, I did FLL in high school, and it was honestly pretty unfulfilling because the team I was on did not let me do a lot of things. So when I came to high school, I was actually really excited because I know some upperclassmen, and I have a neighbor who did FRC on this team, and although they didn't talk about it much, it seemed really cool. So I completely like dove into it knowing nothing, but like I just wanted to stay, because I heard the idea of it, and it kind of stuck with me. And from there, I thought it was mechanical. I thought it was gonna be software actually, but and then you get sucked into it. Like you love it, it happens.
Have alumni within your team like pursued further education in STEM, or like are you guys planning to?
Yeah, we had a lot of alumni graduate last year, and they are all like off in college. One's at Stanford, one's at UCLA, and they're all pursuing like computer science degrees. I think we also have an alumni pursuing aerospace.
Yeah, we have someone at Regal Eagle pursuing aerospace engineering. We have alumni who have gone on to like UBC, UVic, and then now work at SpaceX. We have an alum who's at UMich doing material sciences. We have a high STEM turnout. And we have a lot of students as well who don't like they pursue like other careers. Like I know there's some like in medicine and like in biology, which it's still STEM, but like regardless, we have a high STEM turnout. We have a high business turnout. We had a graduate from Cal Poly who's getting her master's at USC now for business, and so people keep going after our teams, and it's pretty cool to see.
And we have quite a few mentors that are actually alumni, so it's really cool being able to hear their perspectives because they're kind of closer, like they were a part of the team not too many years ago. So I mean, I don't get to work with many of them, but it's cool to hear kind of their perspectives on things because they're kind of different, but yeah, it's really cool.
Those are all the questions from our team. So now it's more of like an open floor, and you guys can ask us anything else.
What has been how has your team evolved over the years? And also like an individual question, like what is some of your guys' favorite experiences you've had when you've been on the team?
Leslie, do you want to take this, or I can talk more on the
You go.
Okay. I think one of the things, this is like my probably third year, I think, around on this team. So I think our team has like definitely evolved mechanically. We're a little bit more weaker on the mentoring side. So a lot of what we do is like extremely like students, like there's like we are purely like emphasis on like student run, just because we don't have the support as much like with mentors. So but like in the past few years we've gotten a lot more support, and I think mechanically wise we have decided, like this year for example, we're doing a swerve drive too. We did swerve drive last year, but this year we're doing like a Kraken. Also for like electrical wise, we've also evolved. I know we've incorporated more like what are they called? Like rather than like soldering, like just like easily like we found like Wago and Spice connectors and even like hand connectors. Like those are some cool things. I also saw some bamboo printers in the background, and we got one this year, so they are really nice.
That's so cool.
Yeah. Also, if you want to talk about the operations, maybe.
Yeah. Adding on operations too. Like in the beginning, we didn't do as much as we do now. Like since the past 2 years, we've been really expanding our outreach to like not just within our community, but also like internationally. So like this year, last summer, we like sent out STEM kits to like 6 different continents. So I think that was like our biggest like jump from the beginning, because we've never really done anything as international as we are doing now, and like our outreach has really grown since the beginning. So yeah.
And one aspect of our team that I really like is we created this group called First Together, where we have this big group of the local robotics communities, and we all do like volunteering activities together, and it's just a really great like group bonding experience for the teams and like our local communities, because we get to know each other and we get to partake in like certain activities and just help our community grow together.
It's so cool. Wow.
So, what would be your guys' biggest takeaway from your time at First?
You want to take it first?
Yeah, you go first.
Like me or you?
You go first.
Oh, okay. Yeah, honestly, sorry, I just kind of do that. Honestly, like I feel like I had so many takeaways. You know, my time in robotics, because I mean, the two of us are seniors right now, and like definitely done a lot of reflecting on our past like 3 years.
Definitely goes by fast.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. So I think like genuinely, because I think I sort of joined robotics on a whim like in my sophomore year, because I didn't like know too much about it. I hadn't done FLL in the past or anything. But like again, like I remember one of you guys mentioned that like once you guys like I remember like my first day, like someone handed me like a jigsaw, and I used that to like maybe like cut like a 2x1, and I'm like whatever. And it was like immediately like since that day I was like fuck. And then I kind of like it's like they literally suck you in. It's like once you join like so I think I definitely gained a lot of like technical skills. Now I can help my dad solder like stuff. Hard. I've done some light bulb work in my house, and then also again like you make a lot of valuable relationships for sure. Like it's definitely like my second family, I guess I can say. Spend a lot of hours with everyone, and then like you create the best type of relationships.
I think my biggest takeaway would be like the hard work you put in, and like it all pays off in the end. Because I feel like we get like frustrated with our build season, especially in like impact and like submitting the impact award and everything. So I feel like at the end of the day, after like you submit everything, it's like a big like weight off your shoulders, because you know that everything you worked for the past couple of months or couple of weeks have been like they're worth it at the end. So I think that's like my biggest takeaway, like patience and hard work.
I also think everyone on our team is super like supportive of each other, and like Sasha said, like we're just one big family, you know, like if someone's struggling with something, like no one will like hesitate to help them. And just I also love like our group bonding activities, like we do stuff outside of robotics, like team dinners or just like team activities just to help us like bond together to create that close-knit family.
That's awesome.
One of my questions, I'm wanting to know, like, do you guys have like a specific fundraising events that you guys do every year that you really enjoy or has been successful for you?
One of our biggest fundraising events like of the year is a Week Zero event we hold at our high school. It's called Regal Eagle Report. And during this event, we like invite teams from like the tri-state area, and they can come and like troubleshoot before our regionals in New York. This year, I think we have over 25 teams coming. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So it's like our biggest fundraiser, and it's really cool to see how other teams have developed their robots for this year's game. And another like unique aspect about that is that we build like the whole field out of we build the whole field out of wood, like by our parents and our like team members. So that shows like it's like one of our biggest events yet.
Do you mind if I ask like how big is your team?
This year we gained like a lot of freshmen. So I think it's around like between 40.
I would say it's probably somewhere between the 35 and average.
Pretty good.
And you mentioned before that you guys have been like not as much mentor support. So are you guys like completely student led? So like do you guys have, because we have different sub teams and then leads within those sub teams, do you guys kind of have the same setup?
Like a mentor per sub team or
Like a student lead per sub team.
Yeah, so we usually since a little bit, I mean we have like a couple mentors, but a lot of what we do, like as I said before, is student run. So we have like again sort of like a similar model, like we break down into sub teams, and then we sort of have like a couple of like student leads for each one. So I know like for our mechanical team we have like 1 or 2 leads. The electrical sub team, me and my friend also run, and then operations they also have like certain types of student leads. Yeah.
How do you guys get ready for the build season?
We can talk about training groups.
Yeah. So one of the ways that we like to get ready for build season is, especially for our underclassmen when they come, we love to host our like annual training workshops. This is one of the things that we got started in the past like year or two. So it's a great way for underclassmen if they like want to join robotics but they have like no idea what they want to do. Maybe they want to do like operations, or they want to be more on the mech side, or they want to do both. Like that's why we do our training workshops. That way students have a chance to like try every single sort of sub team and then see what fits the best.
And then like adding on to that, like for funding, we also hold a car wash over the summer actually for the past 2 years. Last year we made like mini grants and we gave them to like FTC teams and FRC teams. And I think, we also hold like a movie night in like October. Yeah, like October-ish in like our softball field. And we played for like the middle schools and elementary schoolers. So that's like our first event of fundraising before build season.
I like that idea.
Any other questions?
I just want to know, how long has your team been around? Like, when was it made?
It's like 16th year, so 2008, 16th year. I'm pretty sure. I know it's our 16th year because last year was our 15th. I'm pretty sure it's 2008.
I'm doing it math. Yeah, probably 2008. Yeah.
I'm not good at math.
No, sorry, it's 2009. 2009.
Okay, 2009.
It was 2009. Yeah.
What competitions do you guys compete in? Like which regional competitions do you guys, or are you guys on the district system?
No. We do regional. Yeah. So last year we're doing. We didn't do regional this year.
Yeah, we're doing the LA regional and then New York City.
Yeah. Last year they usually have 2 Long Island regionals, but this year they can't do second. So I think it's just they have one of them about.
How much traveling do you guys do?
Wait, sorry, say that one more time?
How much traveling do you guys do?
Not that much. Hofstra, so like our Long Island regional is in a nearby college, so that's like 30 minutes, and then like 20, and then like we have one in the city that's like 45 to an hour. We don't go that far yet. You guys go far for your events?
We travel. Depends, but yeah, like sometimes the drive can be up to like 6 hours.
6 hours.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
We host one of our events, so like that one's like pretty like.
Oh, you guys.
But then like, the other ones, like we usually try to go to an event in Washington. So last year districts was in Washington, 6 hours away. But this year districts is actually closer to us, so we're deciding to go to Washington for one of our district events just to like meet other teams.
This time the drive was just 3 hours.
Only 3 hours. Wow. No, yeah, the Washington. We interviewed the Washington team yesterday, and they were talking about how they have like the district, like because
Sonic squirrels.
Yeah, they're great.
You guys built like 2 robots, or one for practice, one for comp?
This is actually. I guess this is one of the things we're doing this year. One of the things we're doing this year is we are doing like a practice spot, and then we're gonna build our comp bot and like powder code it and everything. But like this is our first year. Like again, like we've only evolved within I feel like we really evolved the past like 2-3 years. So one of the things we're excited is like having a practice bot and a comp bot and like, powder coding.
Do you guys have like a color scheme picked out for your powder coating?
Yeah, I think it's like blue and black.
That's fun. That's so cool.
What are you guys going to do when you guys graduate?
No, like what are you doing? Like what are you majoring in?
I'm planning to go in. Sorry, I misunderstood. Okay, I don't know where I'm going yet, but I plan on majoring in chemistry, and then I want to go to pharmacy school. And then
So cool.
and then hopefully I can work in like hospitals, treat patients, and everything like that.
I haven't committed anywhere yet, but I'm planning on majoring in info sci and then like sort of like branching out to like UX and UI design and special product.
Yeah.
What about you guys? Oh wait, but you guys aren't.
We're all juniors.
Oh, okay. Well, do you guys have like a direction?
Do you have any idea?
I know I do want to major in somewhere in STEM. I'm not sure yet like what my major is exactly, but I also like want to do a minor in business. I do like the thrill of the startup industry, even though it's kind of risky, but I don't know, I kind of want to go into that. But
No, I said definitely do like definitely pursue one of those.
yeah, I'm like it excites me. But if that doesn't work out, I might like be like a software engineer, or, like biomed. I don't know. I'm all over the place right now. What about you guys?
I think definitely somewhere in the engineering field, you know. I like to get my hands on the robot. I really like driving the robot, so maybe for fun, maybe fly a drone as a hobby. Not with these glasses. But if I don't decide to do engineering, then I might hop onto computer science.
I definitely want to major in business or law. So that's, yeah. I'm taking street law right now, and so, yeah. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do something related to like whether it's like mechanical or biomed engineering, and then I would want to double major in music, but we'll see how that goes.
What kind of music? Like a play instrument or?
Performance, and then if I do a major, then maybe also an additional minor composition. There's lots of things I want to do. I could
I couldn't not do composition. I'm so bad. Like, costume.
Any other questions? And the meeting was literally gonna end in a minute. No, I can make a new one if you guys have more, don't worry.
I think that's all that we have.
Yeah.
Oh wait, so after you tour all 50 states, are you gonna do like countries? Or are you gonna revisit the 50 states?
Hopefully do countries. We'll see. We're like almost halfway through, so.
Yay, that's exciting.
Amazing.
Oh, well, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank
You guys had a great time.
Good luck with boat season.
Thank you.